Hallo, ihr wunderschönen Krieger des Lichts. Hey, you beautiful warriors of light. Welcome to the ultimate YouTube channel. Welcome. I'm really happy that you clicked on this video. We're going to check out Ren's new song. Ren and Chris Webby have put out another one.
Another one.
This one's called Casket. And I know you have been eager. I have been eagerly waiting to review this together. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? What was the first thing that stood out to you? Go check them out. Listen to the song there. Give it a like. Give it a listen. Oh, I think this is going to be heavy. Am I ready for this? My heart's already hurting. This makes me think of, let me go back, of the movie Up. Is it a Pixar or a Disney movie?
If I don't wake tomorrow morning, empty shoes on the side of the hall, and if my number stops calling, picture frames hanging up by the door. You try to reach right in and hold on to the little things, but they slip away. But it's okay, 'cause I had a hell of a time. Know that I had the time of my life. So remember me and smile. All of the souls heading back home down a one-way road. So it goes until the caskets close. And if you get that sinking feeling, thinking about the time we shared, I hope it helps you with your healing. Knowing that I wasn't scared, I savored everything. I pressed the world up against my skin. I
almost want to call my husband in here to watch this together. Oh.
Feeling, thinking about the time we shared. I hope it helps you with your healing. Knowing that I wasn't scared, I savored everything. I pressed the world up against my skin. I was lucky, I guess. I always found the beauty in the mess. You gotta hold on to the little things, but you gotta let.
I think I gotta show him this. I gotta show him this. Oh. I know this is like super last minute. I know you didn't plan for this, so thank you. Oh, you smell good. You smell good. I know this wasn't planned, but I started listening to this and I needed to pull you in because I think you're going to appreciate this. Okay. Hey, everybody. This is my husband, Terrace. He was busy doing something else. And as you saw, I started having a reaction to this. And I realized I need him to see this too because I think he's going to get it and appreciate it. So hop over to his YouTube, by the way. He has a YouTube channel too, Terrace Elliott, all about jujitsu and athleticism and coaching.
Some inspirational stuff.
Inspirational.
Really, it's just anything in my life that I'm uploading. So,
all right, go check him out on Terrace Elliott on YouTube. Impatient. So you know about Ren. Him and another artist, a rapper, an American rapper named Chris Webby. They've come together for like a little duo project right now that they're calling Impatient.
Okay.
And they have a new album out called Asylum, and they're like releasing a new track every week. And I've listened to like 3 or so of them already. Mm-hmm. This one's the next one in line. It's called Caskets. Every song has had a little bit of a different genre and feel, but each song in a way is also, it fits to what they've been putting out, but it's still a kind of a standalone song.
So Impatient is the album name you said?
Nah, Impatient is like the name they've given themselves as their duo mix. Like they're like little artist duo name, if you will.
Yeah.
And Asylum is the name of the album.
Okay.
If I don't wake tomorrow morning, empty shoes on the side of the hall, and if my number stops calling,
that's Ren
picture
singing?
frames hanging up by the door.
That's Ren.
Oh, that's awesome.
Isn't that a good voice?
Yeah, I like his voice. Yeah.
Number stops calling, picture frames hanging up by the door. You try to reach right in and hold on to the little things, but they slip away. But it's okay, 'cause I had a hell of a time. Know that I had the time of my life. So remember me and smile. All of the souls heading back home down a one-way road. So it goes.
Been there, done that.
Until the caskets close. And if you get that sinking aching feeling. Thinking about the time we shared. I hope it helps you with your healing. Knowing that I wasn't scared, I savored everything. I pressed the world up against my skin. I was lucky, I guess. I always found the beauty in the mess. You gotta hold on to the little things, but you gotta let go just a little bit. When another one goes, one will find their wings. Then they'll find their way home, little take and give. Into the unknown and the changing tides. The sun sets low on an endless sky. So much we don't know, I don't know why, but I'll be fine, 'cause I had a hell of a time. Know that I had the time of my life. So remember me and smile. All of the souls heading back home down a one-way road. So it goes until the caskets close. Raise a toast as the curtains close and the sunset fades to black.
That's Chris Webby now.
Story goes, we all walk with ghosts. No one-way tickets back.
Yes. Ooh, I got to go back to that. No one way. It's a one-way ticket. No one-way tickets back.
Mm-hmm.
These lyrics are poignant. Guy singing now is Chris. They both rap. They both sing.
I guess I have to listen to it a few times to listen to the lyrics, but right now I'm just kind of taking in the
music
bigger
video
point of it.
Yeah.
Mostly the video.
Yeah.
But just the bigger point of like the casket is the end.
Yeah.
Letting go of some things, taking in the little things, appreciating little things.
Yeah.
Like the bigger picture, and just kind of getting the vibe of the song is, just vibing with it.
Yeah. I like how even though the lyrics are kind of sad and I'm already crying, the song has a lightheartedness about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's lighthearted for sure. But it's also like super heavy. Like just what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Like it's super lighthearted, and it like really touches a deep like idea that we're all on this train that we can't stop.
Yeah.
Hint, hint. But like it's beautiful. Like you got your laughs, you got your kids playing, you got your wife that you're marrying, the first home. Like all those are like beautiful things, but it's sad because it ends in the casket. It all has to end. So it's super lighthearted, the jingle.
Yeah.
But in a way, like you're sharing those feelings at the same time, the lightheartedness and the joy, but also the sadness. So, yeah.
I like that makes me think or feel of that dichotomy that life really is.
Yeah.
It's sad that it ends, but we also had a hell of a time.
Yeah.
And the trumpet almost sounds like a little bit of a celebration. You know how in New Orleans, when they have like their, celebrations or certain, funerals and memorials, and they often call them a celebration of life.
Right.
Not a burial necessarily. Right. So that's the feel I'm getting, is that there's duality in all of it.
Yeah. One-way road, so it goes until the caskets close. Raise a toast as the curtains close and the sunset fades to black. So the story goes, we all walk with ghosts, no one-way tickets back. The casualties of our memories that slip right through the cracks.
Friends, huh?
All the inside jokes and the times we spoke will stay frozen in the past. You gotta hold on to the little things, but you gotta let go just a little bit. I guess we'll never know what tomorrow brings, but just know you're not alone in the thick of it. I know it feels cold when the caskets close. Stories untold on a headstone. For those who grow old, it'll fly by in the blink of an eye. So we'll have a hell of a time. Know that we'll have the time of our lives. So remember us and smile. All of the souls heading back home down a one-way road. So it goes until the caskets close. We'll have a hell of a time. Know that we'll have the time of our lives. caskets closed.
Oh, wow. Sorry, something
I
else.
love that.
Wow. That was really good.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull up the lyrics because they were deep.
Yeah, I always like to point out because like I work in a hospital. Like even though it's sad, it's even sadder because, you know, when he was holding his wife's hand when she was neatly tucked into the hospital bed,
Yeah.
and the room was clean and the blankets were clean and fresh and neatly folded, there were no wrinkles. It's not like that at all. It's much worse. And I don't even know I'm put in there that is much worse, but it always is a stark contrast for me because I'm in that environment all the time when I see it on TV shows.
Yeah.
Like it smells,
Yeah.
there's a bunch of noise and beeping, there's wires all over the place, there's blood, there's other kind of liquids.
Yeah.
You know, anyway, I just wanted to share that little experience. Like I said, I don't know why I always think of that as a contrast because it's that time in people's life is
hard.
Yeah, it's a whole situation. Like it's
I think
such a hard time.
I think I appreciate you pointing that out because obviously in a music video there's always the question creativity wise, what direction do we go? Is it going to be a song that speaks about the more morbidity and the heaviness of it all? Is this going to be a song that points out the duality? Are we going to have an element of hope? But I'm glad you pointed that out because I think when we're willing to really look at death and to look at how bad it really is and how ugly and how painful and how gross at times and how scary, we have to be honest with how real it is so we can hopefully take serious the fact that it is a one-way ticket.
Yeah.
And that we only have a certain time in the sun. So maybe by being real with it's not a nicely clean folded blanket.
Yeah.
And it's not always having the chance to even say goodbye. A lot of people, they have lost someone that they didn't have that one final hand squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
It was done.
Yeah.
They weren't prepared. They weren't planned. It wasn't planned. They didn't expect it. I think being honest with how messy and complex death is will hopefully give us the courage to say, well, then I have to grab life by the horns all the more. Take this serious. This is everybody's ending. We're all going to lose each other. And of course, I'm crying because this is personal. I see him, getting married. That's our life, buying a house, your kids growing up. We're experiencing it in real time. Our kids are growing up so freaking fast. And it's scary. Or the thought of losing you. Ugh. I have people that are like, part of this community. Wiley, I'm thinking of, and other people in the comment section who've lost their spouse and who are doing the hard work right now of going to therapy, of trying to find meaning in life again, really hurting or have been hurting and trying to still keep going somehow. But for some reason, for as long as I can remember, movies like that, the Pixar Disney movie Up, that was what I was thinking of when I saw him sitting on that little sofa couch by himself. Movies like that where a spouse dies have always, for as long as I can remember, really hit me hard. Like I would feel pain, physical pain, as if it was happening to me. The trumpets, like I said earlier, that feeling of still an element of remembering, memorializing, celebration of life in the face of death.
Yeah.
I love also that they call it this casket. Oh, and this is crazy. Their artwork for the album has been like a pill that has been bitten in because it's about, mental health and asylum, inpatient. And it is a pill with a smiley on it that has a piece bit out of it, a piece chomped out of it. But now this is a pill shaped as a casket.
Yeah, actually, I think about this a lot, and I don't know how to place this song in my life. Not probably I place it like as a mission statement because I'm always thinking of living my best life because, we're all going to die. Like I'm going to die one day, like we're going to be gone, and always keeping that as a constant reminder to not be afraid to fail at things. Being okay if I were to pass away today because I took every opportunity. I did as best I could with what I had today. Telling the people around me that I love them, forgiving people around me, and not letting the little hangups be like a wall between I or someone else before I pass away, because I was aware that I gotta let go of the little things. And
Yeah.
so I think this is for me like such a mission statement, for how like I try to live my life in relation to others, and just appreciating things, like kind of making sure I always come back to the understanding of, you're gonna go away in a casket,
Yeah.
sometimes sooner than later.
Yeah.
So appreciate the little sprinkles of rain that we had
Yeah.
today,
Yeah.
the smell of it, or the flowers that are blooming, or
Yeah.
coffee in the morning, or the fact that I woke up.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like this song could, for me, be like a mission statement, because this is something that is underlying, that kind of drives my behavior and my thoughts.
I like that. A mission statement. Mission statements can be so helpful for people personally, for a business, for an organization, because it summarizes what we're about. What do we stand for? What do we want to do with our lives? And I like that you worded it that way. I find it so interesting that this idea of remembering and remembrance and in memorial is a red thread here, including the fact that they used dementia here, or Alzheimer's, as a what her diagnosis was. Because at first, when the doctor spoke to them, I thought maybe she has cancer or something. It could have been anything.
Yeah.
But they went with loss of memory. And I thought that was powerful because psychologically, memory is what makes us who we are. That idea of closing a casket makes me think of Johnny's Cash rendition of Hurt, when in the end he closes the piano as he's reflecting on his life, and that was not long before he passed. It makes me think of closing a good book. And you know how when you close a good book, there's almost this, have you ever felt like some sadness when you have read a really good book, or the movie comes to an end,
Yeah,
and you
that's what I
sit
was
there
thinking.
and
Yeah.
you're like, the credits are rolling and you're sad it's over, or our favorite show, and now we're like, what do we do from here?
Right.
And there's a sadness, but also a remembering and a reminiscing of the characters and the plot and what happened. And I think here the red thread for me constantly is, obviously it's about death and about life, but this constant remembering, and our memories is what makes us us. And there's something so beautiful about learning that all we have is right now, but at the same time, the fact that memories, remembering, you're remembering something, you're putting pieces back together again. You're remembering something. That's good. You like that, eh?
Yeah, I like that.
And I'm remembering, putting together parts of who I am. This dichotomy between life is short, let it go, like he talks about letting go, and at the same time, my feelings, my requests, my boundaries, my needs make me alive. And it's this weird yin and yang of, there is a time and place to feel anger, right? I don't have to just always let everything go because life is so short. Well, that's what life is about, though. Arguing, living, angry,
Exactly.
feeling, being me,
Yeah.
but also then letting that go and being like water.
I would like people in general to just think in this framework. I think people would be a lot more happier and at peace if they were to accept and work towards, like he said, I had a hell of a time.
Yeah.
Know that I had the time of my life. I think this is to console like the people he left behind. And if you get that sinking feeling thinking about the time we shared, I hope it helps you with your healing, knowing that I wasn't scared.
Ooh.
So I think, is really him saying, no, like my life was good. Like I had a good life. I lived well. I lived life like I felt the world. I felt the rain. I felt the sun. I tasted like coffee. I felt the dirt in my feet. I played and I laughed and I got on the swings and I explored things. Don't be sad for me. I'm ready, like, because I lived. And that's what I want people to do. I want people to make sure you live life so that whatever comes, you're ready. Whenever your time is, like if I were to go today, I'm happy with how I lived. Like I'm happy with what I've accomplished in the time that I've had here. And that gives me peace. I've explored religion and experienced the joy and the cathartic feeling of worshiping God in the church. I've explored love and found out like the work it takes to put into relationship and staying and being with people. I've explored athleticism. I've loved my mother. I've forgiven my father. I'm living life. I've tasted, I lived, and don't be sad for me. I lived my life. I'm good with dying today. Of course, I want to live longer, but I think people can find peace when they live life with the purpose of living. At one point in the video, we saw that him and his wife were over the table stressing about finances. Stress is living. It doesn't matter whether it was finances, a kid getting injured, a flat tire, a boss mad at you because you're late to work. Great, you're living. That's a part of life. That's what life is. So he's saying to this person, like, don't worry, And at the end of it, he says, I was lucky. I always found beauty in the mess, right? That's the power of looking at life that way, because even in the stress, even in the dementia, even in working in a hospital where everything's bloody, is finding the beauty in the mess that we can feel. And not to ramble on, but I think the end of it, that's how I sum up. I was lucky, I guess, right? I don't know the statistic of how many sperm actually incubate the egg, but we're all lucky, I guess, to have lived. And we're all going to have our own mess in our life. But I still count it a blessing that we're breathing, or that we had breathed before. And we always got to look for the beauty in the mess.
I love that angle you just shed light on, because while the video was focusing on him losing his wife, him losing someone, and staying behind, his kids and grandkids running in after, this beautiful picture of life continues. Even after she was gone, there's beauty in that pain, beauty in that mess. But I like that while the focus was him losing someone, the lyrics are about us going. And I really appreciate that you pointing that out. It's so sweet and such a gesture of love to also want to leave comfort behind for those who will now grieve us when we're gone.
Yeah.
And I really like that. It's this, like you, that song that you love, I did it my way. This idea of I lived life. I grabbed it by the horns. I wasn't afraid to stare at the sun, as Dr. Irvin Yalom talks about when he talks about dealing with our death anxieties, or that idea of the time we have in the sun. This feeling of I had the time of my life. And I really like that phrase, because obviously I know it's a phrase that expresses I had a blast, I had the time of my life. But I also find it very poetic and poignant because I had the time of my life. Not only I had a great time, but I had the time of my life.
Yes.
This is the time I was allotted. This is the life I was given.
Yeah.
I had it.
Nice.
I had my time in the sun.
Yeah.
I had a hell of a time. And even their wordplay,
Interesting.
because hell is usually considered something bad, something horrible. What the hell can be negative? I'm having the hell of a time is wonderful. And it's, again, this idea of I'm finding beauty in the mess. I'm reframing. I'm deciding what I'm going to say. And as painful as it is, that's the beauty too. It's like the fact that we're not going to always be here, and that the thought of that makes me want to cry, is what makes it so beautiful. I would not, as cliche as that is, you don't appreciate the light unless you know the dark and yada, yada. We say that so easily, but it's true. Would we really sit here and cry and savor this and appreciate it if we weren't fellow wanderers, Teren and Chris, who know what death means?
Yeah.
We wouldn't sit here. If we were aliens that are immortal, we'd be like, what is this? Nice sound. But what the fuck are you talking about? Because we don't understand the end of things. I don't understand. Why do you cry? Our aliens, so you don't have like a, I don't know, Arab German accent, I guess. But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we know this feeling, we relate, and it hits. I like the idea of, again, part of the mission statement, hold on to the little things, let go just a little bit. Again, that duality. Hold on to the little things, right?
Yeah.
Appreciate that, but also let go.
It's just beautiful poetry. It makes me think of that another song, the one I swear I lived.
I think so. Hold on.
Maybe.
Keep going. No. It's
I don't know the lyrics, but I remember that.
There's something
in waters. I don't know. I can be thinking of multiple songs. But it's something I swear I lived.
It's
Like,
not a Cooper song, is it? Is it
it's
a
like,
Cooper
hey, I
song?
swear I lived my life. I
Yeah.
had a great time.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is what is echoing. Like,
Yeah.
I had a great time. I didn't know it all. I don't know everything.
Yeah.
You know, and I know that our thoughts and memories will be frozen in the past.
Yeah.
But hey, I swear we lived, didn't we?
Yeah.
You know.
I love that in spite of it being about death, there's still so much hope. And maybe I shouldn't even say in spite of, as if death is something to avoid. But in the face of, maybe I should say that, of it being about death and loss of memory and people getting older and losing, there's still so much hope. It still feels like, even the way that the voices are stacked and layered, and like I said, the trumpet and the whole composition, everyone singing together in the end, it feels very much communal. And I think there's something healing about knowing we all share in this. Like Yalom says, we're all fellow wanderers.
Yeah.
I love that it went from, did he earlier say I had a hell of a time, to now saying we'll have a hell of a time.
Yeah.
It's this relational thing of saying, it's comforting. I'm not alone in this.
I guess to me, I feel like this song, it does hit on death, but it's not about death. It's about life.
Yes. I like that. Okay.
You know?
Yeah. I like that. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that was
I think
that's
it's
the
really
heart of it.
the highlight.
Yeah.
If there were highlighters used in this music somehow, if you could highlight sound, I think the song is highlighting life, not death.
I think you're right. Remember us and smile. All of the souls heading back down a one-way road, so it goes until the caskets close.
Yeah.
Not after, until.
Yeah.
Right? Until
For
the end
sure.
comes. Let's remember, let's celebrate, let's rejoice, let's live.
Yeah. The casket hasn't closed yet,
Yes.
basically.
That's what I often tell you guys. Choose life. You're still breathing, you're still here. While you can, in your time in the sun, dance in the light.
Yeah, that's good.
Dance in the light.
Casket hasn't closed yet.
Yes.
It hasn't.
That's right.
Yeah, we're still alive.
So live. And go check out Terrace Elliott on YouTube while you're at it. And subscribe here too if you haven't yet. You guys, this was a spontaneous decision. I felt like you would really appreciate this song.
I did, yeah.
Did
like
you like
I said,
it?
it just reminds me a lot of how I feel on the day-to-day, you know.
Thank you for being on the show with me.
Thank you for inviting me. Yes, I enjoyed
having-
it. That was a wonderful song.
Did you have a hell of a time?
I had a hell of a time listening. It's just such a good song.
And aren't their voices pretty amazing?
I love their voices.
You were surprised.
Yeah.
Have you never heard Ren sing before?
I heard you. I know it was Ren, but when it came on, I wasn't thinking
yeah.
a rapper.
Yeah. No. He
It was
sings
like
too.
I can't remember the how it sounded.
Yeah.
Maybe play it again.
Empty shoes on the side of the hall. And if my number stops calling, picture frames hanging up by the door. You try to reach right in.
It almost sounds like it got a like Bob Marley feel to
Yeah,
it.
Bob Marley. Maybe Bob Marley meets Sting meets.
Well, I've never
Never
heard
heard Sting?
Sting.
The police. I gotta introduce you to some stuff.
But it's okay, 'cause I had a hell of a time.
You know what? I was wondering to ask a question. Does anybody else like do epic stuff listening to sad music? Like say you're
Oh.
preparing for like a some kind of athletic event, or you're preparing to do something that's going to be hard, or you're like lifting weights and you're trying to get in the zone. Like a lot of times I'll listen to sad stuff. Like,
Why do you do that? Do you
I
know?
don't know, because I feel like more alive, because I feel like this is life,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, like experiencing.
This is something you could listen to. Would you see yourself
Before a
listening to
fight.
before a fight?
Yeah.
I like that. Could you see yourself walking out to it? We'll have a hell of a time.
Yeah, I could, yeah. You know my song that I always walk out to?
Yeah.
It's not it
No.
is hype,
Yeah.
but in like an epic way. Like
It's epic and it's artistic, though. I feel like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
epically artistic. It's artistically epic.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm really glad that you liked it.
Anyway, yeah, thank you so much for inviting me.
I
yeah.
thought you would really appreciate this.
I enjoyed it. I'll be listening to this a lot.
I'm glad that you enjoyed
I'm
it.
sure I will.
If you guys want, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button and let me know in the comments, because I've been planning to introduce Terrace to all things Ren, Vincent's Tale, the trilogies. Do you think that he's ready? Should we do that? Because he knew he was a rapper, but I guess he didn't realize just how much of a singer Ren is. He's also a multi-instrumentalist.
Yeah.
And, does a lot of busking, street music.
Yeah.
Very diverse. What do you think, guys? Let me know in the comments. Go subscribe to Terrace over. I'm going to link it all in the description. All right, you guys.
Bye.
Bye. Make sure to keep having a hell of a time, you guys. Keep choosing life. Dance in the light. And we'll see you on the next ride. Ayo.
Ayo. The casket isn't closed yet.
I could do one of those.
Oh.